Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you today about the, the president of the Philippines, who I firmly believe is evil, and I firmly believe he manipulates people and he picks fights that don't need to be picked. And a guy named by the name of Rodrigo Duterte, and he, quite frankly, he has a high approval rating, about 76%, because of his war on drugs. But there's a lot of extrajudicial killings that are going on right now. And even if you disagree with him on the war on drugs, like prime example, one of Duterte's most prominent critics in the Philippine Congress, they have read out loud in a congressional meeting her email address, a lot of her personal information, just because she disagrees with them. It's the kind of BS that Duterte does. Hey, right now, in addition to the war on drugs, he has banned smoking throughout the Philippines. This is where it starts. Any dictator does things in the name of security and in the name of health, and they start chomping away bit by bit on civil liberties. That's what Duterte is doing. And because of his war on crime, he has a high approval rating. However, I believe that will change in years to come. Also, because he's not countering China's aggression in the Scarborough Shoal, and he stopped all the joint naval patrols with the United States, the Philippines is going to lose billions of dollars in the fishing industry. And there's a lot of gas and oil reserves that they're not going to be able to tap into. So right now, the Philippine economy is going down. And who he's turning to potentially get it revived, which I don't think it will, is China. Okay? Here's how stupid this China trip is going to be. He is basically going to ask China to stop encroachment in the Scarborough Shoal and ask China to let the Philippine fishermen fish in the Scarborough Shoal. Okay? The United Nations ruled in court that the Scarborough Shoal belongs to the Philippines. So Duterte is basically going to be asking China for his own fishermen to fish in their own land. That is not true sovereignty. That is not true nationalism. That's a false sense of nationalism. Also, when China helps develop infrastructures in countries, usually they go and build military bases on top of that. China is not going to stop with just developing the infrastructure in the Philippines. Look at the country of Djibouti, Africa. Pronounced that way, spelled Djibouti. China had helped develop the infrastructure there, and all of a sudden they've set up a military base. They say it's there to counter Somalia's piracy and things of that nature, but they're keeping a lot of information secret on that base. I believe it's worldwide domination and worldwide expansion. Also, President Duterte allowed a horrible dictator named Ferdinand Marcos to be buried in a hero cemetery. Okay, Ferdinand Marcos had to leave the country in 1986 because he was ousted, because he served 13 years as president. The Philippine Constitution only prohibits a person to hold 1 6-year term. That's the kind of stuff that Marcos did. Plus, he imposed martial law. He outlawed a lot of peaceful public demonstrations. And under Marcos, crony capitalism was at an all-time high. Actually, the Philippines economy was doing good for a long, long time. And in the 70s, when a lot of Marcos' corrupt policies happened, that's when the economy went downhill. So Duterte is not going to revive the economy. He's basically honoring somebody who basically wrecked the Philippine economy. Fidel Ramos, former soldier, and then he was president of the Philippines for a while. He believes that President Duterte's first 100 days in office is a failure. And Ramos had a higher approval rating in his first 100 days than Duterte did. Ramos, even though he fought communists in the Korean War, he also allowed Filipinos, if they wanted to believe the communist ideology and be peaceful about it, he allowed that to be a civil liberty. I can't stand communism, but if you believe in the communist ideology and you're peaceful about it, and you're not trying to conquer or take over another country, I'm okay with it. Sometimes it's just the bedrock of civil liberties. Even though I don't understand why you would believe something like that. So, anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care and God bless and bye-bye. Bye-bye.